So we now want to find out if in our directory we have a file or we have a directory or we have a file known as forensics. So if we want to see the contents of our directory IRT, we simply type dir space /a, and when we press enter, we now want to check to see if we have a file known as forensics. So usually these files over here, they are sorted in alphabetic order. So from E we have file start.executable. We don't have a file known as forensics. So now I'm now scrolling down to where our cursor is flicking, so that I try to create a text file known as forensics. So now we have been executing our commands such as system date and time, system date and time, processes logged on, the number of running processes, applications that are running, open ports, and our cryptographic checksum. So now we want to capture all that information that we have managed to collect, or that we have seen in our command prompt. So now if we want to do that, let's say for instance we have to first and foremost start by capturing the system date and time. What we need to do now is we type in time, then space /t. But now if we want to create a file, a text file known as forensics, we'll type in forensics.txt. So basically, before that, we need to type a greater than sign. So this greater than sign is if you want to create a file, if you want to put the output of this command to this text file, we make use of this greater than sign. So now if I type in enter, the cursor is now blinking on the IRT directory or IRT directory. So now we want to check if this text file has been created, and as well the contents of this text file. So we type here dir, then we press enter. Then we now want to look for the text file known as forensics to see if it's in the directory. As you can see, we do have a text file that has been created 28 August 2021 at around 10:09, and this is 28 August 2021 at 10:10 p.m. So we have managed to create a text file known as forensics.txt. Now we want to open this file known as forensic.txt to see if we have managed to collect the system time that we had appended, or that we had managed to collect. So if I want to open that file, I simply type in the name of the file, which is forensics.txt, and press enter. The moment I do that, as you can see on this notepad, we have a time that is within that text file, and the time is 9:10. So as you can see, we've managed to collect the system time, or the start time, where we started to collect our data. So let's carry on, or let's go on and try and collect other data from our live system. So now that we've created, now that we've collected the system time, we also need to collect the system date. So we'll just type in our command date space /t, then space greater than sign, then the name of our text file, which is forensics.txt. The moment I type in enter, what do you think will happen? Basically, we are simply instructing the output of this command to be written on this text file. But if I press in enter, what will happen is, within this file, if there is anything that is written on this file, it will be overwritten by this command date. The moment we put a single greater than sign, the moment I press enter, it simply means on this file forensics.txt will overwrite everything that is there by the output of the date. And in order for us to prove to you, when we checked the last time, we captured the system time, and now we've just instructed the output of the date to be written on the text file forensics.txt. And the moment I press enter, what it simply has done is it has overwritten the system date with the system time with date. So in order for me to prove that, I'll just type in forensics.txt. And when I press enter, as you can see, the time has been overwritten by the date. But however, there is a way in which you can manage to actually append all the information that you want to collect without having to overwrite data. So it's simple. In order for us to achieve that, since we now have the date, we can simply type in time space /t, then we say space, then instead of putting a single greater than sign, we put double greater than sign. Then we type in forensics.txt. The moment we have done this now, the moment we put two greater than signs that are following each other, we are instructing the output of this command to be appended on this particular text file known as forensics.txt. So if you want to check if what we have done is correct, we type in forensics.txt. And when we type enter, we now have both the system date as well as the system time. So always bear this in mind when you're creating your IRT toolkit. You should always make use of 2 greater than sign instead of 1 greater than sign. Because when you use 1 greater than sign, each and every data that you are collecting is actually overwriting information on this particular text file. So in order for you to be in a better position to append data on a text file, you need to put 2 greater than sign or double greater than signs. So now that we have the system date and time, we also need to collect the MD5 checksum, and we type in MD5 sum space, then we put an asterisk or a wildcard. Then when we press we don't want just to run it, we say space greater than, then we type in forensics.txt. Then we press enter. So if you want to check to see if all the hash values have been inputted on the forensic text file, we just type in forensics.txt, then we press enter. As you can see, we now have the system date and time and all the tools that are within our IR toolkit accompanied by their hash values, as you can see. So as we move on, we also need to know the users that are currently logged on. So we say ps logged on, then space greater than forensics.txt, enter. We also need to capture the ports that are actually open. So we say net start space greater than forensic.txt. Remember, when you're creating a text file, you have to maintain the name of the text file. If I leave out a C or an S, as long as the name is slightly different, it means you've actually created another file. So when you're naming the files that you need to use in order for you to collect data, you need to make sure that you are consistent with the name of the file. In this case, it is forensics.txt. Okay, we've just pressed enter. So basically what it's doing when the case is blinking, where it is right now, it's simply showing us that the output of the netstart command are being inputted, are being written or appended on our text file. Okay, we just wait for a moment for it to finish. So usually the netstart command takes a little bit of time, since it's actually depending with the processes that we are actually conducting